Welcome to the Rani Chennamma University, Belagavi, BSc Physics 4th Sem. Interference, Session 6. Session 6 consists of the theory of Newton's rings and the derivation of the diameters of the rings. The learning objective of this session is to define the Newton's rings, to know the Newton's rings and to understand the theory of the Newton's rings of reflected and transmitted light. We need some prerequisites. Interference due to the division of amplitude, Stokes law, and interference in thin films. So as we have already studied, the interference due to a division of amplitude, the amplitude of the incident wave is originating from a common source is divided into two or more parts by reflection or a transmission in thin films. The divided beams are made to reunite to give rise to an interference band. So in Newton's rings, the interference pattern is due to a division of amplitude. Stokes law. When a light wave is reflected at the surface of optically denser medium, it suffers a phase change of pi and a path difference of lambda. So, but there is no phase change occurs when it is reflected from the rarer medium. So, we have already discussed what are the thin films and the thin films like an oil on a water and soap bubbles, they will produce the colors that is due to the interference between the rays from the reflected light or the superposition of a rays of the transmitted light. This is the experimental setup of the Newton's rings apparatus. Here we get the Newton's rings from reflected lights, and the central one it is having a dark fringe and alternative bright and dark rings are observed. The radius of these rings goes on increases, and the thickness between the one to another rings goes on decreases. Let us study the theory part of this Newton's rings experiment. Consider one a plano-convex lens L and another one is a glass plate P, and keep the L which is touches at the center of this glass plate P. And let us consider a monochromatic source of light, and after passing through this lens L1, so they will coming straight towards the glass plate G, where this glass plate is kept at 45 degree to the normal. So then at this glass plate, these rays will get reflects and comes normally hits on the surface of this plano-convex lens, and there is a air film is created between the glass plate P and the lens L. So this film is air film. So when the ray after reflected from the this glass plate G, and they will incident to the lens L and also to the air film, and there they will get a reflects back. Then the superposition of the reflected rays will gives the interference pattern, and it is observed through the microscope M. Let us study the theory part. So here let us consider the thickness of the air film is T, and mu is the refractive index of the air film. So as it is a air, the refractive index of a air is 1, and let us consider R is the angle of refraction. So for the ray 1 and 2, so as A is an incident AB is a incident ray and it will get after reflection from the lower surface of the plano-convex lens, and the ray 1 it comes, and after reflection from the glass plate P and the another ray comes, say 2. So 1 and 2 are the two reflected rays. Then there is a path difference between them. The path difference is equal to 2 mu t cos r, as mu is equal to 1 and r is equal to 0, because it is incident normally. The ray after refraction from the glass plate G, it is incident normally. So therefore R equal to 0 because of the light incident normally. And the first ray, the second ray, it will get reflected from the optically denser medium. Here it is reflected from optically denser medium. Hence it introduces the path difference lambda by 2. So due to this addition of the path difference, the true path difference equal to 2t minus lambda by 2. Okay, and now let us see the condition for the bright ring and the dark ring. And we know the path difference is equal to n lambda, but the true path difference is 2n minus lambda by 2. So therefore after simplification equal to 2t is equal to 2n plus 1 lambda by 2. Say this is equation 1, where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Then for a dark rings, path difference equal to 2n plus 1 lambda by 2, where the true path difference is 2t minus lambda by 2. So 2t is equal to, we finally get n lambda. Say this is equation 2. So where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. And these are the two conditions for the path differences for a dark and bright rings. Now from the figure 3, so here this product of AD into DB is equal to CD into DE. CD into DE. With AD is the radius of the ring, one particular ring, and DB is the ring radius of the same ring at both the sides. So we have to take this is AD is equal to D by 2 and DB is equal to D by 2, and DE is taken as 2R, where R is the radius of this convex lens, plano-convex lens. 2R minus CD is a DE. So here we have substituted this AD into DB is equal to CD into DE. CD into, and this is 2R minus CD. So as CD is equal to T, that is the thickness of the air film. So this is 2RT minus CD square. So CD square here it is too small, it is to be neglected. But here at left hand side AD is equal to D by 2, where D is the diameter of the Newton's ring, and then this becomes a D square by 4. D by 2 into D by 2 becomes a D square by 4, that is equal to 2RT. Then finally we get 2T is equal to D square by 4R. Say this is equation 3. And let us find the diameter of a dark ring and diameter of the bright ring. So from equation 2 and 3 we get, so as it is a 2t is equal to n lambda for a dark ring, so we get a d square is equal, d square by 4r is equal to n lambda. Therefore the diameter of the dark ring d is equal to square root of 4r n lambda, and it means that it is directly proportional to square root of natural number. Then the diameter of the bright rings. So here substitute the equation 3 in equation 1, we get d square by 4r is equal to 2n plus 1 lambda by 2, where d is equal to square root of 2r 2n plus 1 lambda. This means that the d is directly proportional to square root of odd natural number. Let us, with this, we have known the how to calculate the diameter of the dark ring and diameter of the bright ring. Now, let us study the determination of lambda of monochromatic light using this Newton's rings experiment. First, consider any two bright rings corresponding, that is m and nth order. Consider m is greater than n. Let us consider the two rings of having the m is greater than n. Then for mth bright ring, the diameter dm is given by, as the equation dm square divided by 4r equal to 2m plus 1 lambda by 2. Say this is equation 1. Then for a nth bright ring, the diameter dn is given by dn square divided by 4r, and this is equal to 2n plus 1 lambda by 2. Say this is equation 2. Then substituting the equation 2 from 1, and we get dm square minus dn square divided by 4r equal to m minus n into lambda. Finally, after simplification, we get lambda is equal to dm square minus dn square divided by 4r into m minus n. Say this is equation 3. So using equation 3, lambda can be easily calculated. Now, the Newton's rings can also be observed by transmitted light. So as the ray, it is incident to this, and the ray here, it will comes into the same media or the reflected rays. When the ray, it goes into the through the glass plate, those are transmitted rays. So here, by observing through the microscope, here also we get the Newton's rings. So the Newton's rings can also be obtained by transmitted light. That is, the interference takes place between the rays of transmitted through the glass plate, and the central spot here is the bright, where in case of reflected light, the central spot is dark. In case of transmitted light, the center spot is a bright. And then the diameter of the mth bright ring, that is a dm, is exactly opposite to that of the reflected light. So here it is a square root of m r lambda, and the diameter of mth dark ring dm equal to square root of 2m minus 1 2r lambda. Now, these are the few questions on the basis of Newton's rings apparatus. And now, Newton's rings are observed in the reflected light of wavelength lambda is equal to 5.9 into 10 raised to minus 5 centimeter. The diameter of the 10th dark ring is 0.5 centimeter. Find the radius of the curvature of lens and the thickness of the air film. So here we know the diameter of the 10th dark ring and the wavelength lambda. So hence the radius of the curvature and the thickness can be easily calculated. Next, in a Newton's rings experiment, the diameter of the 15th ring was found to be 0.590 centimeter, and that of the 5th ring was found to be 0.336 centimeter. If the radius of the plano-convex lens is 100 centimeter, then calculate the wavelength of the light used. So here the radius of the convex lens is given, that is a 100 centimeter, and mth, that is a 15th diameter is given, then nth, that is a 5th ring diameter is given. Lambda can be easily calculating using whatever we have studied the equations. So till now we have studied the definition of Newton's rings and the theory of the Newton's rings for reflected and transmitted light. There we have calculated the diameters of bright and dark rings. These are the few references that you can refer. Thank you.